Hey there, and welcome back to English Podcast 2.0. I'm so glad you've joined me again. In today's episode, we're diving into a powerful story about success, but not the kind of success that shouts for attention. We're talking about the kind of success that comes quietly, humbly, and often goes unnoticed until you see the results. This episode is all about quiet success and the importance of staying humble even when you achieve great things. We'll hear a story about a person who achieved incredible things, but did so without showing off or bragging. Instead, they let their actions speak for themselves. So, if you're looking for a dose of motivation and a reminder that success doesn't always have to be loud or flashy, then grab a seat and settle in. Let's talk about the art of quiet success. In a small town nestled in the mountains, there was a man named William. He wasn't the loudest person in the room, nor was he the one always boasting about his achievements. In fact, most people didn't even know the full extent of what he had accomplished. William wasn't wealthy, nor did he have any titles or awards that made him stand out. He was just a regular man who worked hard every day. He was a craftsman, known for creating the most beautiful and intricate furniture you could imagine. His pieces were not only functional but were also works of art, made with care and precision. But what made William special wasn't just his craftsmanship, it was the way he approached his work and life. He didn't seek attention or recognition. In fact, when people complimented him on his work, he would simply smile and say, "I'm just doing my best." Most people who saw his furniture admired it, but they didn't realize that it had taken years of dedication, learning, and quiet effort to create something so beautiful. William didn't boast about how long it took him to master his craft, nor did he tell others about the sleepless nights he spent refining his skills. He didn't care to show off. For him, the satisfaction came from doing something well, not from getting applause or praise. One day, a wealthy merchant came into town and heard about William's work. Curious, the merchant visited his workshop to see the furniture for himself. As he walked through the small, modest shop, he was amazed at the quality of the pieces. "This is extraordinary," the merchant said. "You should be showing this off to the world. People need to know what you can do." William smiled and replied, "I don't need the world to know. If my work speaks for itself, that's enough for me." The merchant was puzzled. "But think about all the success you could have if you advertised yourself, if you let everyone see your talents. You could be famous." William paused for a moment before responding. "I don't need fame. I don't need to show off. What I do is for me and for those who appreciate quality. Success isn't about being seen or praised. It's about doing something well, doing it with integrity, and knowing that I've given my best." The merchant was silent for a moment, reflecting on William's words. He had been so focused on the idea of fame and recognition, but he realized that William's perspective was different. Success wasn't about how many people saw your work. It was about the quality of your work and the peace that comes from knowing you've done it to the best of your ability. From that day on, the merchant became one of William's biggest supporters, but not in the way William had expected. Instead of bragging about William's talents to others, the merchant simply began buying his furniture, quietly spreading the word to those who would truly appreciate it. Over time, William's work became known far and wide, but not because he sought attention. It was because the people who appreciated quality, who valued hard work and dedication, found his pieces and shared them with others. And William, true to his nature, never sought the spotlight. He continued working, continuing to improve his craft, and continued living a life of quiet success. So, what can we learn from William's story? Sometimes the most important success is the one that doesn't need to be shouted about. Quiet success isn't about showing off or trying to prove something to the world. It's about doing your best, working hard, and letting your actions speak louder than any words could. You don't need to be loud to be successful. In fact, Some of the most successful people are the ones who let their work, their dedication, and their results speak for themselves. William found joy in the work itself, not in the applause that might follow. And that's the art of quiet success, doing what you love, putting in the effort, and finding satisfaction in knowing that you've given your best, no matter who is watching. Remember, success isn't always about how many people notice you or praise you. It's about the effort you put in, the integrity with which you work, and the satisfaction you get from knowing you've done something well. Don't show off. Let your actions speak louder than words. Quiet success is just as powerful, and sometimes it's the most fulfilling of all.